It was so filthy and I needed it for a work video.
Hello, this is Fabi from Fabi Design Studio. Welcome to my channel. If you don't know me yet and it is your first time here, I am a laser owner, content creator, and I teach you how easy it is to use your laser and make an income with it. Everything that I show here, it's based on my own experience. I also run a small business with my laser, and I'll share every hacks and tricks that have worked for me along the way, hoping that your journey and your learning experience is as smooth as possible. So if you want to learn more and you don't want to miss any content, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification. I've owned my laser for 5 years now, and it never gets old. Every time I have to clean my laser, I procrastinate it for as long as possible because I just don't feel confident enough to clean my laser every time. But today I'm going to show you how I do a quick cleaning for best performance, and it's super easy. First, I'm going to start by spraying a microfiber towel to clean the inside. I usually vacuum it first to get all the little scrap pieces out, but since I was in a time crunch, I skipped that part. It is super important to never spray your laser directly, as you can damage the mechanism. I love using wet wipes for the laser arm and glass tube since I feel like I have more control over what I'm cleaning. I always try to be very careful when cleaning this area because it's literally what powers the laser and moves it around. And I forgot to mention something super important. You always want to do this with your laser off and unplugged. I have been continuously using my laser for a few months now, and as you can tell, it really needed some love. I feel like using MDF particularly leaves your laser super dirty, so this is all that buildup. Thankfully, that wipey is doing miracles and you can already see the difference. Seriously, look at all that dirtiness. And now I'm using my secret weapon, which I cannot believe it took me this long to find out how well it works to clean this buildup. I started using the pink stuff paste, and it is insane how quickly it cleans and how much less scrubbing I have to do. I am not being sponsored by them in any way, so I'm giving you my honest opinion and how much I love using it to clean my laser. I mean, it obviously depends on how often you clean your laser, but I have 2 kids, a house, a husband, and a job, and sometimes it's just easier to forget to clean it. Before, I really used to scrub so hard just because it was so hard to get that gunk off, but now using this paste makes it so much easier. Now I'm just using a wet wipe again to remove all that dirt, and oh my god, look at all those drops on the floor. They're so dirty. I sometimes use straw cleaning brushes to get into those little crevices, but like I said before, I needed this done ASAP, so I used what I had. I then use my microfiber towel just to make sure everything is completely dry. The outer part is always so much easier to clean because it just doesn't get that dirty. When cleaning the lid, you want to be extra careful with how much wet you get it. I remember a few years ago I went crazy with my wet rag, and after I was done cleaning my laser, the camera wasn't working. I was freaking out. Like, I'm not even joking when I tell you I was crying. But then I thought of leaving the lid open for a couple days. I even put on a fan pointing at the lid to see if that helped speed up the process, because I am telling you, I was so desperate. Thankfully, like 2 days later, I tried the laser again and it was completely fine. It was working. But yeah, you definitely want to be very careful of how much you wet your sponge or rags whenever you're cleaning it, and how much pressure you put when going over the camera cable. Once everything looks good, I place my crumb tray back inside after emptying it, and I use another wipe or rag to clean it as much as I can. Now for the lenses and mirrors, I use lens wipes to avoid scratches. If it comes out very dirty, I use a new one for each mirror just to avoid scratching them with dust or anything else. When I do a quick cleaning like this, what I focus on cleaning are the camera lens, the side mirror on the laser's head, and the mirror on the inner left side of the laser. This is what you have to check if you notice that your laser is not engraving as it should, or if it's not cutting your material all the way through. If that happens, it doesn't mean that it's messed up. Maybe it just needs to be cleaned. And that is how I give my laser a little quick cleaning before a video. It wasn't that hard, right? And you'll see the difference in performance of your laser. Make sure you always keep it clean. That will make a big difference. So if you want to keep following along, go make sure to follow on my other social media accounts at Fabi Design Studio, like Instagram and TikTok. And I'll see you next time.